Okay. So, which game is it that we're gonna watch? Hecarim, Jinx.
It's not the last one, but the
It's this
previous
one.
one, yes. Yes.
Okay. Any reason in particular why you want to watch that game?
Uh, I just didn't play a lot of solo queue, so I recorded this one, and that's kinda the only one I have. So yeah, not.
All right. Okay. What do you like to play right now in jungle?
Um, I play a lot of Hecarim,
Mm-hmm.
Viego, Graves, and
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much all.
You don't play any AP junglers like Lilia or Karthus
I
or.
play Lilia, not much on this account, but yeah, I play her.
Okay. What do you feel like is your best champ? I see your Olaf win rate is really good.
Yes, but I didn't play him much since he got nerfed.
Yeah, I mean,
But
he's pretty bad now. But why do you think you got so good win rate on Olaf? Just because he was OP, or?
maybe, but I've played him a lot
Yeah.
previous seasons as well. So yeah.
Because like, of course, your win rate isn't that great, right? Why do you think that is?
Yes.
Do you think there's any reason in particular for that, or?
I think I often tag filed, so
Mhm.
I do not waste time, and I often got off roll. So yeah, that's maybe the reason. But also I didn't have a good internet connection.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe
I mean,
that
the
was.
internet connection thing you can't do much about, sadly. But
Yes.
of course that fucking sucks, right? But I mean, looking at it, like, I feel like you're playing so many different and random champions that
Yes.
that's not really helping you. Like, why is that? Do you play for a team or something, or?
I played for a team, but I left. I left them. I
Yeah.
played
So
like
right now you're just playing solo queue, right?
yes.
So then, do you think there's any reason in playing 100 champs?
Not really.
Because what I think is important is to play to improve and play to get to a higher elo so you can get better practice.
Yes.
And to do that, you need to win, and you need to treat every game that you want to win the game, and you want to try your best and give yourself the best chances. So, like, if I look at this, right, I see here you're playing a random game of fucking Shaco, right?
Yes.
How many games do you have on Shaco?
Not so much.
Do you think Shaco is
Maybe
good?
30. I think is decent on this patch, but
I think it's fucking garbage.
okay, okay.
Like, I think only ones that should ever play Shaco are Shaco one tricks because they have nothing better to do. Um, I think that he's okay, yeah, he can work, but I think you can say that about any champion. Like, I play a lot of Shaco, he's like my top 3 most played jungler. I even got challenger with him in season 8, but he's never been good. This champ is so bad compared to like other champs. I'd much rather play Rengar or Kha'Zix or Kayn, you know? They just clear better and more reliable. Um, so we shouldn't really be playing Shaco. Yeah, I think Ivern is fine. That's okay. But if we like count the amount of junglers you've been playing with Hecarim, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Viego as well, 13. Right? In the last 20 days, you played over 13 different junglers. You get what I mean? Hello? I can't hear you right now if you're talking. Wait, let me check. Is it my
Yes.
heads? Okay, I can hear you now. Okay. Yeah, what did you say? I can't hear you again. Is it me or is it you?
Just I'm
Yeah, it's you. Hello?
I'm
Yeah, you're lagging. Okay.
lagging a bit. 30 my connection.
Try now. Hello?
Do you hear me?
Yeah?
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
What did you say?
I didn't even really heard you on
Okay.
the last
Uh,
part, but yeah, I'm playing.
I was saying that you have played 13 different junglers
Yes.
in the last 20 days. And I think that, sure, you can probably play these champions to their basics, right? But in League, even if you play 400 games of a champion, you still haven't been put in every single scenario. Like, what I mean by that is, like, it's different to 1v1 Ililia when she has Blue Smite than when she has Red Smite. It's different to 1v1 Ililia that has Dark Harvest and one that has Phase Rush. And there's so much things that can change and so much variables that just because, for example, with Kindred, maybe you have 5 or 10 games of Kindred, right? You're not gonna be, like, great on her, no?
I've played a lot previous seasons, but yeah, I didn't practice since a long time.
Because I feel like a lot of these champs that you're playing, they're not even good. Like, if I think of jungle right now, I think Hecarim is really good. I like Hecarim. I think Graves is fine. I don't think he's, like, the greatest, but it's, like, fine champ. And you play him a lot, so it's fine to play him. But I think Hecarim is really, really good. I think Rengar is so decent. I think Yi is bad unless you have, like, Lulu or Taric. And here you have a Taric, but then they have a Rammus and stuff, and they have Alistar, so they have pretty good champs against Yi. So I don't know why you picked him.
Yes, I legit picked him just because we had Taric, so...
Yeah, that's a bit troll, no? Like, when have you ever played Yi in your life?
Quite sometimes, but yeah, I'm not really good.
Yeah, I think Udyr is still really good. I don't think the nerfs will kill him. So I think he's still fine. But yeah, you need to figure out your champ pool a bit. Because you want to just stick to like 3-4 champs and just try to play these so that you can focus on the game instead of like just playing different champs all the time. Because you need to know your limits. Like, even though I say Rengar is a good champ, your Rengar looks really cursed.
Yes,
don't you think?
I did. I think pretty good games, but yeah, kinda.
Yeah. Okay. So this game, what do you remember your game plan?
I thought that we had Jinx Lulu, and I wanted to play around them because I think they are really strong if they don't fall behind.
Yeah, that's true.
And the top lane matchup is not really interesting to gank, I think. So yeah, playing around that side and trying to give them a free lane.
So when we think about game plan, right, it's important to understand what is the win condition of these guys, your team, and the win condition of enemy team, and what is your goal, like with your champion, right, versus the enemy champs, and what like options do you have within the game in terms of like summoner spells or what's gonna happen and stuff. So if I look at this game, if I look at top lane, enemy has Ornn, I have a Ryze. My Ryze needs to scale. If we kill the Ornn, it doesn't really mean anything. Ryze is not going to use that kill to now dive the Ornn on repeat or take over the game. Ryze is still just gonna be farming and scaling. So I'm gonna leave top lane alone for the most part. Maybe later on, I can play split push with the Ryze and I can cover him and we can play side lane together. But early game, I'm not really gonna play for him. If I look at mid lane, I see both have Ignite. It's very aggressive matchup. Yone is melee. Ahri has good gank setup. And Ahri is a champion that can roam really well. So if I gank her and make her go ahead, I can use her as my little pet and she can come with me and roam to bot lane or top lane with me. You know?
Okay.
Um,
Yes.
Mid lane is also a pretty nice lane for Hecarim to gank because you can gank it really quickly. So, yeah. I think mid lane would be great this game. Bot lane, I don't have any setup at all, and enemy has really long range. But my Jinx and Lulu will, like you said, scale and become scary. So I don't think your focus in bot lane should necessarily be to like perma gank. It should be more goal of letting them scale. So
Yes.
if you can see that you can gank to like relieve pressure, that's pretty good. But you shouldn't feel forced to like gank on repeat. Okay?
Okay.
And
Yes.
then in your jungle matchup, Karthus has exhaust, so killing him is pretty hard. But you can catch him out because he has no flash. So like in a river fight, for example, if you can catch him and push him to Ahri, that would be really good. Because he can't flash the charm.
Mm.
So if she misses charm on flashless Karthus, she's fucking boosted. But yeah, mainly play into mid and then into bot, I would say, this game.
Okay.
And then when we think about priority, you should have prio in mid. Top lane is really even. Bot lane, there's no way that you should have prio. So one thing that I'm scared of is that enemy Karthus should full clear, right? And just farm.
Mm.
So if you full clear down to bot, I feel like enemy bot lane will just push and rotate and you can't do much. So we will see that here, so you swap the sweeper, and that's good. You didn't end up warding because you thought he would sweep or what?
He warded a bit higher. So I wanted to sweep the ward before I start my clear.
Yeah,
But,
okay. But you don't have time, no? Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, I didn't have time.
But if you do that a bit faster, that's a good thing to do.
Okay.
So, what I want now is that you need to understand, if Karthus starts topside, right? He will just clear down to bot. And he will probably get the crab. Unless you kill their bot lane. Okay?
Hmm.
So what do you think we should do? Because
Maybe-
you agree that if you go bot side and he ends up actually like clearing and you don't kill their bot lane and they get push, it's pretty bad for you, no?
Yes.
If you lose crab. So what should we do?
Maybe I could have just started bot side and play for top scuttle.
Yeah, but if you start bot side, right, and he starts top side, I don't think that like that's necessarily the best. I mean, not top side. If he starts bot side and you start bot side, I don't think this is necessarily the best because Ornn can get pushed versus Ryze because Ryze doesn't deal enough damage early, and then you can't gank bot lane. So I think the best is to start top here, but you need to adapt.
Okay.
So what I mean by this is that if they are gankable, right? So with Hecarim, once you're done with your wolves, you need to make the choice if I want E level 3 or level 4, right? Because to get level 4, you of course need to full clear. But if you full clear and gank bot, it's going to be too late. So we need to skill E at level 3. Because sometimes you want to put another point in Q on Hecarim at level 3.
Okay.
So you can clear Raptors and red buff fast.
Okay.
So here we do blue. Now we need to pay attention. Where does Karthus start? So we see he
Side.
start blue. So in this game, we are allowed to full clear. You get what I mean? Because I can full clear all of this and then gank bot because he won't be there anyways.
Yes.
So when we're jungling, you need to understand we can clear for HP or we can clear for speed. and you should clear for speed, because there's no way you're getting invaded. He's running top side, you're running bot side. So if you're 200 HP in your jungle, he will never kill you anyways. So the reason why I mentioned this is I think it's super important here that you are running to Gromp and smiting it. Okay?
Okay.
Because you want it to be on you now, so you can Q both of them.
Okay.
You want to keep your smite for wolves or what?
I wanted to keep it for Krugs, I think.
Yeah. Because I feel like now you're slowing down your clear a lot.
Okay.
Because I would only want to have a smite here when I do this gank if I need smite for this scuttle. Right? Because you see here how you have one smite charge left, right?
Yes.
So if Karf is going to be here, that's fine. But he's not. And we knew that already here. So that's why I think it's much better that when this Gromp spawns, that we insta-smite it so we can just do it a lot faster.
Okay.
Because, like, in general, doing Gromp on Hecarim is a bit awkward. Because you are an AoE clearing jungler and you're taking a 1 camp, right? So it's taking quite some time, no?
Yes.
So what do you think? Like, I think it's much better you just smite instantly, make it come here, you Q both of them. I think that should be a lot faster.
Yes, I see.
So it looks like they haven't warded yet. So this looks pretty free. Yeah, as you can see with the sweeper. So the reason why I know that they haven't warded yet is because while I'm clearing down, I'm always looking here at the lane to see if they go missing. This is important for you to realize. Because for you, the best for you would be to clear Raptors, Red, Krugs, and then gank, right?
Yes.
But sometimes we can't do Krugs because we need to get there fast. So what I'm thinking is that because they haven't warded, it's really important to gank right after the red buff. So what you're doing here is good, but it's important to understand why it's good. Because I don't want you to do this every game, because if I see that Karma has warded the Tribush now, I'm not gonna go gank unless they're standing here. Like a general rule in League is like, if you are above them on the minimap, you can usually kill them. So what I mean by that is if they are standing, like your teammates are like here, and your Karma is here, Ezreal is here or whatever, if they see an ward here, you're basically above her now on the minimap, basically, right? You're almost like above her here. So it doesn't matter that this is warded. But if the wave is here, and we see them ward Tribush, you shouldn't go for this gank. You should just do Krugs and then gank.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
You should pop potion before you do the gank. Because, like, you don't... The last thing you want here is that they outplay it, ignite you, and you die. Or that Jinx has to use heal to save you or something like this. So there's no point to keep your potion here. When you're about to fight people, just use it. So, like, here, once you realize that you're gonna go and fight, just pop potion now. So as we can see, Karfus is top. So he has 24 CS, so he's full cleared. So he hasn't done the crab yet, so he's on crab right now. So if you want to be cheeky, you can go and steal it after this. Because 24 CS is a full clear. 28 is with crab, and 32 is with both crabs. So there is a world here where he actually like stopped his crab, like look now. He ganks mid here, he hasn't actually done the crab. You see that?
Yes.
And he doesn't have CC. So he's really, really slow at taking crab. So I think you should kill Yone, and you should just peek up this bush to see if crab is up. Because you have smite here in this game. So you can try to steal crab here.
Okay. It
Because-
doesn't.
Hmm?
Orn was in the river, I think. But
Yeah. Orn level 3, you're scared or?
I don't know.
Like, it's not like Renekton with Ignite, press the attack.
Okay.
Like, I don't want you to run into the bush face check. I want you to just like walk up here and just see what the fuck's up, you know?
Okay.
Because a lot of times there's gonna be like an 800 HP crab there and you can just auto Q auto and smite it away.
Okay.
Now you should push out the lane. Like, this is not a good lane state.
Yeah, I kinda hesitated.
Yeah. I mean, you hesitate, but you need to understand that it's bad because these 3 casters are not gonna take damage from anything.
Mm.
So these 3 casters are gonna kill this. Once it kills this, it's gonna damage the enemy casters. See?
Yes.
And it's also super good for you as a jungler in general to take creeps. So, in this instance, right? By you crashing this miniwave into the turret, if the enemy creeps meets here, your wave, it's gonna push into Ahri anyways, so she's gonna be happy. And if they don't meet, like they die before the next wave comes, it's gonna be in the middle, so Ahri is gonna be happy for that too. And no matter what, Yone is gonna lose the creeps as well.
Mm.
So, if it was for sure pushing into you here, then you can let it push in so Ahri can get it. But when it's this even, you should just crash it. Because
Okay.
you getting this entire wave of EXP and gold as a jungler is fucking big. Especially as a jungler like Hecarim that is like level 6 jungler. After I would recall, I think what you're doing now is just complete coin flip. Remember, if I'm Karthus, I'm here right now.
Yes.
If I see you go down bot side here, what should I do as Karthus?
Go for Grump.
Yep. I can take your Grump and Wolves.
Yes.
Because like here, your Krugs, you decided that when you did this gank, that you're not going to play for Krugs this game.
Okay.
You made that decision. Because if you now go do Krugs and recall, it's really bad. Because 1, you show that you're doing it, so you should lose your top side. 2, you're wasting a lot of time walking here to here, and then recalling. So you're delaying the spawn timer of these camps, which is really bad because these are the camps that gives you a lot of value. Right?
Mm.
So
Yes.
here, push out mid, and then instantly press base and run to top. Because here you're just trolling, like really hard. And this is very dangerous to do when you're playing versus a champion like Karthus that will like outpace you so hard.
Okay.
Like, do you see here that Karthus is trolling? Imagine you are now done with your recall. You based. You can now just take this. You could even counter gank top now if you were here. But you can take this and you can actually just like run through mid and go here. When enemy bot lane bases. Because enemy bot lane should look to recall. And if they recall, you can take Karthus bot side here. If you came from base. You can still maybe try to if you want to. But it's a bit greedy. But yeah, you can try. So it's good that you try. Because that would be a good solution to this at least.
I think I just went for
Yeah,
gank
I mean, this is fine because they're inting. Okay, that was a bit crazy.
Yes.
But like that worked, whatever. But it still ended up bad. So like my thing is that Karthus shouldn't do this. He should already as well do the same thing you did, which is he should recall and just run here. But the thing is, you got a kill as well, so your base is a lot better, and your champion is so much better than his right now.
Okay.
So imagine you just puff down to bots, because the thing is, We need to understand, why did this work? Well, it worked because they inted. So if this is gonna work, why isn't it gonna work to puff down and gank them as well? Right? It will work. But now if it doesn't work, you're not fucked. Because here now, if this doesn't work, you're pretty fucked. You're really behind. For no reason.
But I think I survived, so...
Yeah, I know. But the reason... Look, we didn't go bot to gank them. We went bot for Krugs. Right? I'm fine with you ganking them, because you see that they're inting. See?
Yes.
This is fine. But we should never be there. Because right now, they're not inting bot right now.
Yes.
But we made a choice to go bot already. So now we're fucked. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's fine to gank them here, because now you can clearly see that they're inting. So I wouldn't use pink, I would use sweeper. Because I paid money for this pink. And I don't want defensive pink. They have a Karfus, he's never gonna invade me. Right?
Okay.
If they have a champion that's gonna invade me or flank like this and stuff, pinks like this is better. Like versus stuff like Rengar and stuff like this, right? Champs that can invade me. Then this is a bit better, Nidalee and stuff like that. But versus something like Karfus, this is useless. It's good that you're aware that it's warded, but you should just sweep it.
Okay.
Now we're level 6. Karfus should look to recall and go for blue, so you can force a fight right now, and he's not going to be here. He still hasn't based. So what's important that you realize now is that if you show yourself bot now, you're going to lose your top side. So you got to make sure that this is worth it. Because your blue is going to spawn here. So this is fine. Because they don't see us. Another inting, so Karma should die. You're trolling really hard though. Why don't you open with R?
Yeah.
Like just R the Karma and then E her. I don't think that this is bad, I just think you misplay.
Okay.
Because like I said, here you have the choice to recall and run topside. Or to kill them bot. And if you kill them bot, then you're gonna be able to trade your topside for his bot side. Which is a good trade. So it's really good that you're hiding yourself here and waiting. But then now, you should only E first if your E is gonna expire. Which it's not going to. So,
Okay.
you should just R here. And then you E her into your team and then she's dead. Now she just runs away and roots you. Maybe she still dies. Yeah, your champ is so broken. I would ask Rice here to ward my blue.
Yeah, I think I did. But it didn't. Ended up well.
I would go Sheen.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is not your fault. You just wanted a ward. These guys are just bad, so. Karfus should be bot side right now. Your bot lane wants to recall, so if enemy does Drake here, you should do Herald. This is a Drake timer for enemy team.
Okay.
This is bot crab for Karfus too. Yeah, I mean, now I think you're just flipping it a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really obvious that this is his. So if you want to waste time, you could try to go for his like Raptors But the best play here is like always to just do your Krugs. Because what you need to realize is that even if you somehow get this crab, you're one flipping it, and you might even have to ghost out or ult away. It's much better you just do your Krugs now, so that you have free time to do whatever you want. Because the issue now is that the time you're spending doing this, right? Now you're gonna go to your Krugs after, right?
Yes.
But now you should be ganking Yone or bot lane. See? Because now your bot lane is back into lane and your mid is back into lane. So when Ahri kills his minions, what is Ahri gonna do?
She will look to roam or maybe next wave. I don't.
Yeah, she will try to push next wave, right?
Okay.
When she pushes next wave, Yone can jump on her, right? If you are on Krugs, can Yone jump in on Ahri?
Yes.
Yes. And that's the issue with this. Even if you got the crab, you would still be on Krugs right now. But having to be on Krugs right now is really bad. Because both your teammates are coming back on the map. So you want to be able to respond to enemy team punishing your teammates. Or enemy team inting and you can punish them.
Okay.
So it's just like, okay, here we need to understand. I can't do anything on the map now. Ahri's in base. These guys are in base. So I'm gonna like think about this as like doing like the laundry or something, right? IRL. Here you're like cleaning the dishes. So that you have more time later in the day to do something else.
Okay.
So if you now just spend 2 seconds to walk here and spend 10 seconds to kill them, you now have a minute, 60 seconds, where you can do whatever the fuck you want. Because now if we want to help our team, we have to give the crab and the Krugs. And that feels pretty bad. So just get rid of these Krugs so that now you should be ganking Yone on this wave. Because if you are around mid now, then Ahri gets push. If Ahri gets push here, you guys could look to freeman the Ornn or freeman bot side. Or you could look to invade Karthus. Because we know Karthus took this and his bot side, so his top side should be up. And do you see what's happening mid?
She's getting jumped on.
Yep. And this is why I said that it's really important in matchups like this where it's assassin versus assassin to try to play through mid. Because if Yone now doesn't all in Ahri and he just pushes, he can go to bot and there will be a 3v3 bot. Or if Karthus is here, a 3v4. Yone will push and roam and so will Ahri. So they're gonna fight each other all the time for push. Because they don't want each other to roam.
Yes.
That's why it's so important that, especially past level 6, that you start to try to play through mid. Because if you can play through mid and give Ahri vision and make sure mid is pushed, you can ping her to roam with you. Imagine instead of it just being a horse ganking bot, there's also fucking Fox here. Right? Easy dive. Because you're not playing with the resources you have here. You're trying to like free-man gank bot when you can easily just go here right now, and if Yone contests, you kill him. If he doesn't contest, you get to full sweep and pink and everything in the river, and now you can gank bot lane from here. But the difference is that if you have to gank through here, you can't help Ahri. But if you gank bot lane through here, you can help Ahri, you give her cover, so she can push as hard as she wants, and now she can connect with you and go down to bot together. And this is how you play with mid lane. It is so easy to play mid lane when you have vision here and your jungler is around. She can just stand here like a psychopath and push the wave, and if Yone all-ins, Hecarim comes and kills. If Yone doesn't, Ahri gets push, you guys now 4-man bot lane.
Okay.
And you'll win so many games doing this, because then your Ahri can't int, and your bot lane can't int either. Because if they're fighting here, and you're standing here with Ahri, you guys will catch them. So with champs like Talon, Qiyana, Ahri, these kind of champs, this is super important. Like now imagine, you see Yone is missing here, right? So, like he was missing for a second. If he now just goes river, and you're ganking, you're all dead.
Yes.
Same thing versus like Twisted Fate. If you do stuff like this versus Twisted Fate, you're like hard trolling. Because he can always ult here, you know?
Yes.
Here, for example, you should also push out mid. Like, this wave is gonna die for Ahri anyways, so it's better you just go mid now. One shot the wave. Get yourself a wave of EXP and gold. And crash it into turret. Then Yon loses a wave too if he wants to sit and do Drake. Because it's really bad that you have to do Raptors and then loop back to mid.
Yes, and I only got
Yes.
one.
Yes. Much better you now just run to mid. Like here. You just run to mid and one-shot it because you see he left. So now you just run mid, one-shot away with WQQ. And then you go Raptors and now you can do whatever you want after. You're really good at keeping track of where they're warding though. Like that's really good.
Okay.
I think the Karthus looks diveable. But yeah. Maybe you could look for Karthus topside here. Because Ahri is gonna get push here with you. Like you can push mid with Ahri. And you can look for Karthus topside here. Or Ornn. I think it's really troll to go bot here. When your bot is clearly recalling. I think you could have one-shotted Raptors and then run down to a Crab now. But you should for sure go Crab at least if you're not gonna go for Raptors.
Yes.
Like, you're not punished. Like, this Karthus is trolling a lot. Like, now he's bot, taking a wave, right? So then you should already think, well, he's taking a wave. So I want to punish him in one way or another, right?
Yes.
Enemy Yon has Noon Quiver at 11 minutes. So what do you think he's doing right now?
Recalling.
Yes,
Base.
exactly.
Okay.
Of course he is. Jinx has no mana, and enemy bot lane just died. What do you think she's gonna do?
She's gonna recall.
Yeah. So why would I go bot side?
Yeah.
I should just push mid with Ahri, and then we can go and take Karthus topside. And if I don't want to do that for some reason, then I should at least use my bot having push and enemy bot being dead or in base to get crap.
Yes.
Because if you don't do crap, then now you have to ult away, like I said earlier. Do you see how this is exactly the same situation as when you wanted crab here? Not here. When was it? Here. No? Wait.
I think it's the just after this one.
Yeah, it's next Krugs, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's this one's. It's the same thing here. Look. You're standing here trying to flip for Krugs when we know Karthus has to be both side. Like, doing this is fine if Yo now is like 200 HP and can't move, and Karthus is like top or something. It's fine. But when enemy team is on the map and your team is here, this is so troll to do. Because you having to ghost and ult away the next time is basically what could have happened here. If you commit to the crab here, you would have to ult and ghost away. And that's exactly what happened here. You have to fucking ult away. Because you want to do crab now, instead of doing it here, when you actually have push. Here you can do crab and you can ping Ahri to come with you after she's pushing. Your bot lane is here. It's perfect crab timer.
Yes.
Or you could give them crab and take his Raptors and Krugs, which I think is way more worth.
Okay.
Because by doing that, you're not only denying him resources, you're making him waste time. Because after he's done crab, right, he's going to run up to his topside. And then his topside is going to be empty. So then he's going to be really sad. Taking away the crab, you've denied him like 100 gold, but like he gets his topside, so he doesn't care. So I would rather do that, but Because now your champ is useless. Hecarim without R is really bad champ. So having to ult away is really bad. Catching wave here is good. Luckily nothing too crazy is happening while we have no ult, so that's pretty nice. As I say that, he gets double kill. So having ult here would be pretty nice, no?
Yes. I think I still kill him.
Still get him though. This is why I say you should just keep playing Hecarim. This champ is so fucking OP.
Yes.
The only weakness this champ has is level 1. If you get hard invaded level 1, then you're fucked. But if you don't get fucked level 1, then this champ becomes really good. So we buy Merc Freds. I think it's really bad, but so if I look at this, right? So I think it's fine versus Ornn. I think it's really bad versus Karthus, really bad versus Yone, really bad versus Ezreal, really bad versus Karma. Like, what made you think Merc Freds is good this game?
I think it's just because they had 3 AP.
Okay.
I mean, Horn and Karma.
How much MR does Mercs give?
Not a lot.
How much?
15?
25.
Okay.
How much does Magic Mantle give? The 450 item.
I don't know.
25.
Okay.
Look here. $25 magic resist, and then this one, 25 magic resist, right? So
Okay.
I agree that they're AP heavy. That means you should buy magic resist, but you shouldn't buy Mercs, because Mercs you're paying for this,
Yes.
but you don't need this. They have legit 0 CC. So instead, like on a base like this, like let's see what you bought. You bought Mercs, and then you bought this. So you could instead here buy Tabis and a Magic Mantle.
Okay.
And then you would have the same MR, but you would have Tabis versus Yone Ezreal, which would be a lot better. Because it's really bad. And if you don't want Tabis for some reason, you could also just go Swiftness Boots, because they do have a lot of slows.
Okay.
But you have Phase Rush, so Swiftness Boots, it's not that good. Because you already have slow reduction on Phase Rush. So
Yes. It's better with Conqueror? Okay.
yeah. Yes. So we should instead just buy this, because they have a lot of auto attackers and they have a decent amount of physical damage. But these boots will actually do something, and these will not. Because I agree that they have a lot of magic damage. But I don't agree that they have CC. So Yone will fucking murder you. And Ezreal Qs will hurt a lot.
Yes.
And another thing is that since they do have a lot of MR, we don't want to buy armor, right? So if you have Tabis, that's all the armor you need. Because you only want, like, if you can invest 3,000 gold in magic resist, and then 1,100 gold for armor, that would be good, right? And that's what I'm telling you to do, basically. Like, by buying Tabis for this cheap, you are making Yone never be able to kill you. You're also hurting Ezreal a lot. And by buying Mercs, you're making Yone kill you instantly. And you're gonna hate your life. And Ezreal will kill you instantly, and you're gonna hate your life. But you're not gonna be able to buy items like Randuin's or Frozen Heart, because they have so much magic damage. You're gonna have to buy stuff like Spirit Visage or Force of Nature, like these kind of items. So when we enter a river like this, we need to understand why am I allowed to take this pink right now?
Because we have a pressure bot.
And
you
need to stop ignoring your little Ari. Our pet is here too.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Yes. But look in mid now. Now our pet is hungry, right?
Yes, she needs to push next to him.
Yes. So then what you should do then, right, is go to Ahri so that she can push, and then she will come back again.
Okay.
Right? Like that's how the game
Yes.
works. We push one time to secure vision. And then she's gonna push a second time now, and then she's here again. So by staying in river now, you're fucking trolling. Because now Ahri is split up from you. Right? Why go to your bot lane? If they get engaged on by Yone and you're standing here, you can just go in.
Yes.
So now you're making Ahri face check. Now Yone can just walk over here to Ahri and with Karthus and everyone, and the game is hard. See? Now they have control. Ahri is split up now because of you.
Yes.
Your bot lane should be the one split up, and then they should have to run to Ahri if they want to come. And if they're here, then you and Ahri can come at least. But now Ahri is all alone. And she didn't get mid push. So, like here, we just need to clear this, and then now we need to go to mid, push it, and then go back to our team. And while you're running to mid, you need to look at your bot lane. And then if you see Yone all-ins, then of course, then you charge your E and your R and you go in. But going like this is so bad.
Yeah, I think I just wanted to go Krugs, but yeah, that kinda hint.
I mean, I think we can contest Drake, no?
Yes.
I don't think it's uncontestable. It's just unplayable for Ahri and Ryze. You're just leaving them all alone. Because you guys went from having control on one side. I mean, you had a 2 at the start, and then you had control on mid if you went to Ahri. Instead, you just left, so you had 0 control. Look. Now you guys don't have control mid, and they're pushing you off both sides as well. So it's unplayable. So just understand that here we're moving because I have push in lanes. But that is not gonna be forever. So now when you see your Ahri is leaving to push mid, she's doing the right call, because by pushing mid again here, it basically makes it so that if Yone is here, he just keeps losing. And by her pushing mid, it can also create a scenario where you guys can give the Drake to take mid turret.
Okay.
So she's doing really good here. So you should just hover her and then you can walk back. Because this is especially bad to do if she's playing something like a Seraph. Imagine she's like Seraph or Ziggs or Vel'Koz, like a mobile mage. How can she ever join a fight here?
Yes.
She can't enter. So at least she has dashes. But even Ahri couldn't enter here. So. What was your next item, by the way?
I think it's Sterak. I went for Sterak, yes, I think.
Okay. Why?
Because I didn't want to get one shot, I think.
I feel like in a game like this, when their damage is basically like just basically AP, I feel like Force of Nature is pretty good on this champ. Or
Okay.
because actually in this game you have Lulu, I think Spirit Visage is fine. But yeah, feels a bit waste. Like you have Phage in Sunder, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Sterak's is fine. Like it's a good item. But when they're this, like I feel like Sterak's is really good item when buying only armor is bad or only MR is bad, where you need both, because it doesn't give any stats, it only gives HP and a shield. So in this game, since they're like 70% magic, I think it's not that good item.
Okay.
But you're also like really fed, so you can kind of afford to buy it second instead of third. Because I do think you should have it in your build. I just think it should be like third item.
Okay.
Like, I can just imagine you running around with Spirit Usage and a Lulu, and you're just never dying this game. But maybe you also deal no damage without Sterak's.
Yes, but Jinx should deal, I think.
Yeah, but it's solo queue, so it's like...
Yes, okay.
It feels kind of bad to have no damage. I want to see how much... Because Hecarim at 3rd item starts to deal like no damage. So I want to see how much... Yeah, 50 is pretty nice. And then this is the Bloodlust thing, but I think you have that in Sunderer. But... let me see. No, you don't. Okay. Yeah, then it's not that bad.
Okay.
Because you have like 50 AD, that's a lot for Hecarim as a 2nd item. Because like I said, like once Hecarim is like level 14, like late game, you're no longer dealing that much damage, right? You're kind of just a tank. So, dealing damage, your enemy champion heal. Yeah, then of course you have the shield. Yeah, I think it's fine, 2nd item, because it gives so much AD that if you buy Spirit Usage 2nd, you are just gonna be like useless, I think. You're not gonna be a threat. Like, you're gonna jump on Ezreal and he's not gonna care, you know? So, I think Sterak's is fine here. Especially because you're fed, because you can buy it so fast. Good. That's really good that you're waiting. Your champ is so balanced. Imagine you're playing Shaco and then...
Yes.
Nice. This should never work on any other champion. But of course, your champ is like so stupid. Look, your team is pinging you away even. Look. They're like, no, back off Hecarim.
Yes. It's kinda stupid.
Yeah, just play 100 games of Hecarim. You'll get Challenger.
Okay.
This champ is so fucking insane. How did you die? What? What did you do?
I think
You just ran in with 200 HP?
yes, maybe. I didn't expect so much damage from Yon.
What do you mean? One auto attack?
I don't know.
You didn't expect one auto attack? Just recall. You have 100 HP.
Was... Okay.
Like,
He was far away.
yeah, it's Yon.
Yes.
Like, let's say he didn't one-shot you here. What were you gonna do? Walk up and hit the turret with 100 HP?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Scutter?
Okay, then go to Scuttle, right?
Yes.
You're walking up. I don't mind if you go... Like, if I'm you, I'm going the Raptors red, Scuttle blue. That's fine. But why would you ever walk up? I don't want my Jinx to walk up. I don't want this guy to walk up. I don't want Rice to walk up because me and Jinx are leaving.
Okay.
This was a... Huh?
If Jinx stays, I just let her die?
Yeah, of course, she's trolling.
Okay.
You can't help your 100 HP Hecarim with no R. Like, we need to reset in general, because Drake is spawning in like 40-50 seconds. So, we should really try to set up for that. By staying here and wasting time, we can't set up for Drake properly. See, enemy is first on Drake.
Yes.
So if they're good, they started here, because you don't have ult. Okay, they are dead again. GG. Ezreal wasted E. He's gonna get it back up though before you kill him. He has it now. Yeah, doesn't matter. Nice. Now you're getting Spirit Usage. That's good. It's a really good item this game. It also buffs your Sterak's shield, I think, maybe.
Yes, I think so.
I think stuff like this is really greedy to go for when it's like a champ like Ornn, because it takes so long to kill him here that if your bot, like, do you see how your bot lane is fighting top? Yeah. If they like die here, this is really bad. Like, what we need to think, right, is that right now, sure, Ornn is bot, right? And we should go for Ornn if our bot lane goes there. But we're fighting top right now. I think it's much more important to go for Yon here.
Okay.
Like, in the end, you guys have Baron buff here. And you guys should look to push with Baron. So if I'm Ornn, I'm kind of happy that you're using your Baron buff here to chase me around and kill me.
Yeah, I think at first I just wanted to cover turret and
But
take
why?
wave.
It's tier 1 turret, and by going here, you're leaving your bot lane alone top.
Okay, okay.
Because of course you can say, yeah, but we are like 4k gold ahead, so my bot lane should win. Yeah, they should. But you should think, when you're this ahead, how do I lose the game? Do I lose the game from losing tier 1 bot turret, or do I lose it from my bot lane now giving shutdown top?
Yeah, giving
Right?
shutdowns.
Yeah,
Yes.
giving shutdown is the only way we lose. So going here to kill a Camille wouldn't be that bad, because if Camille starts to take this turret and starts split pushing, we could actually lose. But there's no way you ever lose that Ornn is sitting here pushing. So you should instead just go crazy topside, because their frontline engager is bot.
Yes.
Ornn dying here is really good for enemy team, because this, like, you guys are 2 people bot now.
Yeah, wasting Baron.
Like you see, you haven't been part of any of these fights. So you will have games here where your team actually dies and gives shutdown, and your Baron is completely wasted, and enemy actually gets to comeback.
Okay.
I really like that you are like a little bit chill, because the main issue people have with Hecarim is that some people would like R in here. But you don't need to. Like, you're already winning. So you're kind of just like chilling, which is good, because one thing you need to realize with Hecarim is that just because you can dive from here to here doesn't mean your team can.
Yeah, I saw that Rise and Jinx had a lot of damage, so just kill them. I think I die. Yes,
Yeah,
you die.
Leandris. Yeah. So we got 3 inhibs. Now it's really important we don't waste time, because they are getting 900 gold here, 900 gold here, 900 gold here, if they get to farm the entire super minions. So this is good. This is a bit deep.
Yeah.
It was good until you did that. Like, going bot here, it's good. Now we just need to tell ourselves, if they kill this wave, it doesn't matter, because we're gonna have this and this. So we should just wait.
Okay.
Just chill. Let your Jinx poke. Let your Ahri do whatever. This is the only way you can lose the game. Because now if enemy team gets a good engage, they get, like I said, 900 gold here, 900 here, the shutdowns as well. They actually might be ahead in gold.
I think I was scared of Cartus. If we played 5v5, that he could like kill us.
Yeah, but if I'm Yone and I'm diving in and Hecarim ults me, what do? I'm useless. No?
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
so just sit back. Just sit back, do fucking nothing.
Okay.
And if you do lose the 5v5, but you have 100 super minions in their base, that's still better than losing it now. Because right now you don't even have supers in their base yet.
I also thought that I think if Cartus is the only one that can clear the waves.
Yeah, but he can't clear 3 super lanes, right? Like that does not work.
Okay.
And at least, if you think that, at least dive them when the super minions are crashing, because then they are fighting you guys instead of the minions, and you can actually get like a turret or 2. You're just way too impatient here. Because like, you see these minions. Imagine you kill yourself here. It's not that bad then. It's still bad, but at least it's not that bad. So yeah, I would say main mistakes is one, your like adaptability when enemy jungler like trolls, like when he does like random stuff. You need to get better at trying to abuse him by taking like raptors or something like this. And your pathing is pretty bad. Like you doing like what you did here is fine because they didn't ward. But then doing like one random Krugs after you try to do crab away from them when they're on it is really troll because you're wasting time. And wasting time as a jungler is really, really bad. The time when you ganked bot and then you ganked mid after, and then instead of pushing mid and recalling and going top, you went all the way from here on vision down to bot for Krugs. Was really, really troll because that only ended up good because after you did Krugs, they just randomly inted bot while they knew that you were bot side. Which is just super troll because if they're gonna int like that, they would int anyways if you recalled and puff down because they're just bad players.
Yes.
Right? So if you can clean these things up, I think it will help you a lot because I think in teamfights you didn't play that bad. I've seen way worse Hecarims because most Hecarims they just dive in completely crazy every time, which is like really scary to do a lot of the time because you leave your teammates exposed and they can't follow your engage. So I think teamfights you played fine, but you need to work on the pathing, and the way you do that is just like try to understand that, okay, my pathing is bad and understand why it's bad. Like, you are not on your second spawned camps when they spawn. You are there instead a minute later. That's really bad. And it's very easy to fix. You're really bad at counter jungling because you are not either, one, understanding how to do it. Like, for example, your teammate is about to push and enemies in base. You can easily go take it.
Yes.
And just like try to remind yourself, like while you're clearing, for example, one good thing that I tell junglers to do is that try to like ping where Karthus is. So like when you're starting blue here and we see there, you're pinging here that he's on blue. That's really good. Because then you're not only telling your team that he's on blue, you're telling yourself, you're making yourself think. That's really good. But if you can keep that up, right, that's really good. I didn't pay attention to see if you did, but you did. See? This is good. Here, you're pinging. He's here. That's super good. So then use this information, right? So what I mean is that when we saw him here gank in mid, you press tab. I remember you press tab here. So now you should tell yourself, okay, crab is up, right? So then we kill Yon, and we look to see if we can get the crab.
Yes.
Right? We just take 1 second to walk here, and if the crab is bot side, we take it. If it's not there, that means it's top side and it's into Ornn, then we don't take it. If Ryze has push and Ornn is in lane, then we run all the way up here.
Okay.
And then we should push the wave, because no matter what here, Yon will lose the wave anyways, and the wave will not be in a bad spot by you pushing it. So you should just be greedy as fuck and just take the wave. Because it's so good for you. And if you can fix these kind of things, you'll be able to carry a lot more consistently. Because it doesn't matter that you're good at playing teamfights if you can't play early game. Because if you're weak when you come to teamfights, then it's useless, right? So.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
No, I think it's pretty clear.
Alright. Then I will stop the recording.